Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Inking. Well, today we are going to compare these two companies right here. The inking pens by Pigma of Sakura of America and the inking pens by Staedtler. Yeah. So let's find out which of these two are best for the illustrators out there. Now there's 6 different topics that we're going to talk about and compare these two to see which one can pass the test. Which is number 1, the price. Second, if it is fade resistant. Third, does it dry fast? Fourth, does the ink is really that dark? Is it dark enough? Is it good enough when you're printing a piece of work? How long does it last without the cap? And also my favorite one, does it bleed through the paper? So let's see which one will survive.
Well, for today's test, we're gonna do a sketch of a character I created. Her name is Dark Bella, the amazing Dark Bella. So we're gonna start with Sakura of America. Now, Sakura of America, the price is pretty much very fair, especially if you are an illustrator. You definitely want to get a pen that is not only good and reliable, also it has a good price. Why? Because you're going to be sketching a lot and price definitely becomes a big factor. In this case, Sakura of America, they make a case of 8 pens, different sizes, different thicknesses, for only $8.99. I will definitely leave the link below so you know where to get it. Also, these pens have a large family, and what I mean by that is not only do they make different thicknesses of pens, but they also make brushes, and that makes it a lot easier when you have to color the larger dark parts when you have a big sketch like the one I'm doing today. These pens have ink that is waterproof, is chemical resistant, fade resistant, bleed free, quick drying, and pH neutral. Idea for sketching, inking, and illustrations. Now, my experience with these pens is that even if you leave them for weeks or months in the case, as long as it is covered, the ink will definitely last. It will not dry so fast. The ink is really dark, so when you're doing printing, when you're doing sketches, you have to send it to a colorist. This ink is definitely the one that I prefer. Why? Because it's dark enough and it comes out beautifully when you scan them. The pen, usually I scan my pieces on 300 dpi on a TIFF format. So most of the pencil is left behind, but the ink is so amazing that that's the only thing left on the art that I sent to the colorist. As you can see, look how smooth, how beautiful it is. Incredible. Now, right now for this purpose, I'm just using one size. Usually I use 03, 05, and 08 for the most part. Sometimes I do tend to use the 05 just to color the thicker parts and to give that sense of the character being closer to the camera. Look how amazing it looks. It's beautiful, and it dries really fast, so you don't have to worry about so much about you putting your hand in top of the paper on the parts that you have already inked. That's, for the most part, when you're inking a piece of art, that's the biggest concern. Trying to give as much detail as I can. Now you can also stick to one size of a pen. Like in this case, I am using a 03. You just go over the lines, a few times, and you make them look a lot thicker. Like right now, I'm trying to ink the darker parts with the same pen, which is pretty cool. There you go. Okay, now let's start with the Staedtler pens. Very good pens too. However, the price on these pens for a box of 8, it's about $32.99. that's kind of pricey, especially because as an illustrator, you go to different conventions, different places. You're always doing sketches, always doing commissions, and even if you're not at the professional level, and you're just practicing, and you have your sketchbook. Like I used to have, a sketchbook, and I still do sometimes, and I carry it with me even when I go, travel away, and I do a lot of sketches on a book. Definitely, the price is a concern. Why? Because you're going to use a lot of pens, a lot of these ink pens, and at $32.99 for 8 pens, it's kind of pricey. It's about 3 times of what you will pay for the Sakura pens. Now, it's a fade resistance for the most part for most papers. Definitely, it will work great. It will definitely go. It's a good pen. It's a good brand. It's a good quality. The drying part, however, of the pen, I'm not too happy with. Why? Simply because in my situation, in my experience, I had the pens in their cases for about probably a couple of weeks, maybe a month tops, with the cover on and everything, and the ink dried. And that didn't happen to me once; it happened to me several times. So unfortunately, for me, that's definitely a negative factor on these pens, because not only did the $32.99 a case, also the fact that you have to worry about, you have to use them before the ink dries. That's definitely not convenient. Is the ink dark enough? Yeah, absolutely. The ink from these pens are incredible. They're great. Definitely, it's good for inkers, professionals, to ink your artwork before you send it to the colorist. So the ink definitely it's a good ink. It's definitely dark enough, and it does its job. It blends perfectly. If you're inking like a large part, definitely it's good. However, these pens, this company does not make a large selection, or it doesn't have like a big family. As far as like Sakura has, they have brushes and different other thicknesses that are. It makes it a lot easier for you when you inking this huge part. So in my case, when I find myself working with these pens from Staedtler, I have to use the 0.8 tip to color larger parts, and that's very time consuming when you're doing a really big part of your art that requires a lot of black. You find yourself going section by section trying to feel that part. Like for instance, if you're using the Sakura pens, they have this brush, and in a matter of seconds you already have any part that it requires a lot of dark, a lot of black cover. Does it bleed through the paper? For most papers, it will hold on pretty good. Especially the type of papers that I use when I do my pieces. Like this is an 11 by 17 piece, done on professional, lined board. So it definitely does its thing right now for this type of paper. But then again, if you have, for example, like a sketchbook that you like to travel with, and it has the paper is not thick enough, or it definitely is gonna bleed through. So just keep that in mind, guys, please. But then again, look how it looks. Definitely, he's becoming alive. This character. For the most part, when I'm using the Staedtler pens, I definitely use the 0.8, like I said before, because definitely I need it for to ink the darker parts. I usually use the 0.5, the 0.3 tip, and the 0.2 for smaller or less detailed parts. Like in this case, I am using the 0.5, and I like to go over, like in this case when I'm doing this face right now, since the face is closer to the screen, I like to, or I prefer to ink over the outside lines of the face to make it look, the lines make them look thicker and make the character look like it's closer to the screen than what it really is, and that will give you that perception that this face is closer to the screen than the face is behind. For the matter of this video today and to do the test between these two amazing companies. I decided to sketch one of my characters, a character I created a long time ago, Dark Bella, the amazing Dark Bella. And I wanted to just do a couple of faces, especially the hair, and just go with it. Like I always tell you guys, when you're doing a sketch, make sure that you use the whole paper. When you're doing a character in the center, either has one of those amazing, superhero poses. Also use the elements around it, and use the paper, because the paper is definitely your friend. If you use the whole paper, you can make it part of the sketch, and also that will give the character, how can I put it? It will make your main character, look even greater, even better. It will make him stand out. Okay, let's do the hair. Like in my case, I'm trying to use her hair as the element for the background. It doesn't have to be a background with a lot of detail. It can just be anything. Like in this case, it's just hair. There you go. Also, this paint does dry fast, so you also don't have to worry about going over the same sections you have already inked before with your hand, getting on top of that. Well, at least with this paper that I'm using today, it dries very, very well. It works very good. There you go, hair, a little more. And let's do this little black highlights. Okay, this character has black highlights. How do you like that? Okay, let's paint the black bars. Well, usually when you're doing a sketch, just do the outline first, and then after you're done with the outline, you start giving the detail of the black, for example, like the shadows. I mean, all the larger parts of black that you need to ink, always leave them for last, leave them for the end. Remember, take your time when you're doing a sketch. Never rush into anything. When you're doing sketches, it's recommended to do the detail in pencil. The reason why is because that way you can give as much as detail as you want, and then you know what lines you're going to keep, what lines you're not going to keep, and those are the lines that you're making them a little bit darker with a pencil, so when you have either yourself or somebody else inking the piece for you, they know which lines are they going to be inking. In my case, since I've been doing this for quite a while, so what I like to do is I like to give the detail as I'm inking, because I don't know, but that's the way it works for me. I mean, I do the outline, a very simple outline in pencil, and then the inking, that's what I really give it all I have, and put a lot of detail into it. I don't know, but then when I start inking, I guess, a lot of other ideas come to my mind, or a lot of other things that I can, do to enrich the sketch and make the characters look even better. And that's what I do. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. I make mistakes constantly. However, I have learned through time and the years that I've been doing this how to hide these mistakes and how to make them part of the sketch so nobody else will notice. I mean, I will notice. I make a mistake, and even though most of the time I'm able to fix it when I'm inking it, when I see the piece of art, I'm like, oh my god, I hope nobody can see it. I've been looking for people to have a positive and good comments on my pieces. For me, I feel that I still need to learn so much more. And this is one of the reasons why I created my YouTube channel, because I wanted to share this with you guys. I wanted to be able to share my art, and for you to see what I do, and hopefully motivate somebody out there to do the same thing, and maybe give them a couple of tips through my art, through my videos, so they can improve. We all learn something new every day. Even myself, I'm still improving every day. I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes with my art, and I still have so much more to learn. We go to conventions a lot with my son Kidnar, who's also a YouTuber, and we meet so many artists. We have so many friends out there who work in the industry, and I'm always receptive for comments. I mean, even if you think it's a negative comment, it's actually, if you know how to use that comment to improve yourself, always, I mean, in any comment for that matter, it's a positive comment when it comes to your art. Okay, if somebody tells you, oh, I don't like it, ask them why. Why do you don't like it? So once they tell you, then you know how to work with that and improve your art. Every day is a step forward to improving yourself and your art for this matter. One of the hardest things for me to draw, it's actually the female body, and that's something that I keep working on. I keep practicing, and lately I've been working on this sketchbook that I will be bringing out with me to the conventions. And in that sketchbook, there's a lot of females in there. You know what? If that's my weakness, that's what I have to work on the most, and that's what I've been doing. So hopefully very soon I will have a sketchbook that I'm gonna bring it out, and it's gonna have a lot of art in there. It's gonna have close to 100 pieces of art, and that will be for you guys at the conventions. And hopefully I get to meet some of you guys. I mean, don't be shy. Leave in the comments below the next character you want me to ink. What would you like to see in my channel? And anything I can help you with as far as tips of inking or drawing or sketching. Just ask me in this video, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Okay, there we go. Perfect. As you can see, the ink is very fair. It's really good. Okay guys, so thank you for watching. As always, if I can do it, you can do it too. Believe in yourself a little bit. I believe in you a lot. Love you. See you in the next video. Peace. Hope you like it.
Well guys, you saw yourself. We compared these two great companies, these two pens, and yes, Staedtler has a nice box, but who cares about the box? I mean, at the end of the day, if it is reliable, price is definitely makes a big difference. So I'm sorry, Staedtler, but I'm sticking to the Pigma by Sakura of America. Not only that they're reliable, not only that it dries fast, as you saw it in the video, one of the things that really catches my attention is the fact that it has a really, really big family. They got brushes, they got different thicknesses. This is called the Pigma graphic. So as an illustrator, I know that I can depend on this brand. By the way, I'm not being sponsored by them. I'm just saying this because I use them. And like I said before, once in one of my videos, I'm going to stay behind a company, even if I'm not a sponsor, because of, it's reliable. Like in this case, this pens right here. I don't choose my sponsors because of the support that they're giving me. I choose them because it's a company that I work with, because I like them, because it works for me. And if it works for me, I know it's going to work for you. So guys, once again, thank you for watching my video. If it is the first time watching my channel, don't forget to check out my other videos, really fun. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I will really appreciate it. I love you guys, and as always, if I can do it, you can do it too. Believe in yourself a little bit. I believe in you a lot. Love you, and see you in the next video. Peace!